366 video series. The sun is shining brightly. Let me see. There we go. I am Kiana Sage from Being in Sync and Kiana.com. I guide people to peace. And I do that through a process called energy psychology. And I focus on aligning people energetically to their soul purpose, the reason why we're all here, to really live the fullest life we possibly can. But a lot of us get stuck in the head and in the mind, and that blocks us from our potential. And it also does a lot of other things. And so today I wanted to begin by saying welcome to this community. This video series is intended to provide practical application, daily things that you can do that will help to align you to the universal laws, the natural laws, the laws of how energy is governed and how everything works. And it's not about who knows more, but about how quickly you can align to the truth within you. And oftentimes on these chats, I get the question, what is the truth? Well, the truth is always going to be different to your unique signature. The truth is really how you are in expression of the light within yourself. So what brings us away from the light is how we've been conditioned. So I wanted to talk today about false conditioning and really share with you a couple of experiences that I had this last week that really teach to go beyond what you see. Like, your eyes will lie. What you perceive will not be the truth all the time. And so you really want to, hello, welcome. You really want to look at not seeing with the eyes, but seeing from the heart, and also feeling what it is that you're experiencing versus what you want things to be. Hi, Tim. Hi, you guys. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here because today I'm not holding back. Hello, NYC. Hey, Roger, Kenneth. Good to see you guys. Would you say something? No, I don't have anything mean to say. I'm not saying, hey, Gary, you're back. How to control energy. Okay, Gary. Today I am going to tell you all this real, true story, and I think it's fascinating. Okay, so as you all know, I am intuitive, and if you don't know that, I'm intuitive. I am a telepath. I am an empath. You know, I have lots of extrasensory abilities. That does not make me better or worse than anybody else. It just makes how I perceive what I'm experiencing maybe uniquely different. It's definitely different than how my husband experiences life. So we had this experience and we were going for a walk, and as we were walking, we walked by this gym. I don't know if UFC gyms are popular where you are at, but it's pretty popular around here in California. So there was a UFC gym, and I was curious. So I walked up to the door, and when I walked up to the door, I was assaulted by these aromas. Now, they had these fake toxic smells that were perfumey at the front door. So masking the energy that was really under the undertone of this place. Now, I was just curious because I've never been to that gym. I don't know anything about it. Obviously, I've heard of UFC. I've never been to one. I have my impressions of what it is. These people are in the octagon and they're fighting. It's very hostile. But literally, it smelled like perfume walking into the door. So I couldn't even walk in because it was assaulted with toxicity. Okay, so these things are hormone disruptors. So as soon as I'm like getting close to the door, I'm noticing, okay, they're masking the undercurrent of this space. And that's telling me that there's something really, something to be aware of. So I'm taking the information in and I make the choice to not go in. My husband goes in, he goes to the front door. I actually had to move away. And as I'm moving away from the door, I'm just observing like the types of culture that is going in there. Everybody that was going in was men. They were of a very, masculine, I would say, energy, but I would say also the energy that I sensed was volatile, for lack of a better word. So I didn't go into the place. I have no judgments. I'm just making, I'm just really just taking in information. So this is the first time I've been near a gym since pre-COVID, which I used to go to the gym frequently. And even when I went to the gym then, I would find it very troubling because I'm a telepath and I pick up on people's thoughts. And as you're picking up on people's thoughts, you realize people really do not think very nicely of themselves at the gym. Okay, maybe even in general in life, people have negative thoughts about themselves and how they perceive themselves and others. And there's a lot of ego going on, which is a lot of lies. Okay, but again, I'm just picking up on information. So this was my first time coming close to a gym since for over 5 years. The next day, yesterday, I went to another gym, which I don't normally go to. It was a similar type of gym, but not as popular. It was, but the first thing I was assaulted with was and I say assaulted because it's shocking the amount of filth and dirt and grime. And I'm not even like, I wouldn't even say I'm a germophobic or anything like that. But it was so dirty walking into the door. The door had not been cleaned in I don't know how long. So it was a really bad first impression, but there was nobody there. I was going in to get a personal assessment to basically do measures of my physical body to see what my strengths and weaknesses are and how can I get stronger kind of thing. And I was doing a physical assessment with a very astute, amazing trainer because I think it's important to be strong and I want to feel stronger because our inner strength is important. So, oh look it, I got a butterfly. But I'm in this gym and the person knows that I'm an energy healer that is coming to see there. So she had cleaned everything already. So it had already been sanitized because she knows how I am. And, but I'm in there. And again, there's nobody in this gym. It's just me, the trainer, and getting the assessment. And I'm overwhelmed with the density. Density is this heavy feeling. And it, so much so that I'm starting to get nauseous from the feeling in the space. And I'm thinking, well, there's nobody here, it should be okay, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I do the assessment, but my point of the gym is this. We can be conditioned to think that a gym is a place where people go to get healthy, right? That's what we're taught. That's what we're told. We go in with this assumption that this is where people go to get fit and healthy. But it's a lie. It's an illusion. What you think it is does not make it true. You have to really feel it. Now, does the trainer that works in that place all the time, does she feel the same thing I feel? No. We have different expressions. We have different experiences. We have different purposes. But I will say this. I would never recommend a healthy person go to this space to try and be healthy. And the reason is this, is that you do not know what you are feeling if you are not managing your energy, okay? So I have a very, what I would say, healthy hygiene, energetic hygiene. I know what's in my field. I can assess, I can feel, I can move, I can shift, I can change, not just my field, but the field of others if I'm authorized. And When you go into these places, things get stuck and lodged and projected into your field. And when it gets stuck and lodged into your field, it could be stifling to what you are trying to do. So my point of these false conditioning is that we are told that the gym is supposed to be healthy, but this place is toxic. It's toxic not in the activities that they do, because I don't know what they are doing. It's toxic in the energy, because they don't take any care and to clean, to house, to make sure the space is flowing with air and circulation, like little things. Even though people go in there to work out, you want to look for circulation, you want to look for flow, you want to look for vibrancy, and both spaces were dark. Dark, and they had dark, yucky, disgusting energies in there. When I say energies, I mean entities, I mean demonics, I mean cancer, I mean thoughts that are heavy, that are stuck and imprinted in the energy flow. So, they didn't look like that. They looked appealing to the eye. They looked okay. They didn't look dirty. They didn't smell dirty, but it was dirty. So my whole point in this video is that when we are conditioned by being fooled by our eyes, well, our eyes are telling you it's okay, but you feel something different, you got to follow that feeling, because that feeling inside is telling you this is not what it's supposed to be. There's something amiss here. And if we do not listen to that, we can get sick. So that's like looking at your food even. I used to think I was eating healthy, but I was still inflamed, meaning I had a lot of inflammation in my body. I hurt all the time. Was I fat? No. Was I puffy? Yes. Did I feel healthy? No. Did I think I was healthy? Yes. Was I healthier than others? I don't know. I don't even want to know what other people were contending with. I know what I was contending with, and it was detrimental to health. So don't be fooled by what things look like. False conditions appear real. They appear pleasant. They appear nice and healthy. How many of you have met narcissists that are pleasant to you at first and then they stab you in the back? Don't be fooled by appearances. They condition you into traps, consciousness traps in lower densities. Okay. I know, it's crazy. Okay, so what do you think? I'm going to check and see if you guys have any questions about what I've said. Oh, and I have my glasses here. But I just think it's so interesting. So I'm going to see if anybody has any questions about false conditions and about that story I just told, or if you have thoughts or things that you thought were one way and then you learned they were something else. How do you use critical thinking to question what it is that you're seeing? Because your seeing is what fools you. You think these people are nice because they look nice. You think these people are nice, and then they're liars, and then they're deceitful, and they hurt your feelings. So let me see what you guys say. PlowTube is saying a psychopath. False conditionings will lead you to psychopaths, that's for sure. Psychopaths are out there, oh my gosh, and they are real, and they look like your mom. So don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. Okay, hey everybody. Just looking for questions. Hello from the Maldives. Good to see you. Just looking for questions. Hello, Ram. Just looking for questions here. Yes, as somebody's asking, let's let no world. Let no world is the name of this person. And have I ever been to India? Yes, I have. Somebody keeps saying I sound like I'm from the news, which is crazy to me. Okay. KC, you think that what I'm saying sounds crazy. I would say that what you are saying is what's crazy. Okay. Um, Ali Shear is saying, you are beautiful, but I will not appreciate you just for your beauty. You have a good way of speaking. You speak well, so I will appreciate you for your inner beauty. Keep it up. Well, thank you so much. Casey is saying, I actually judged a lot. I think this is an interesting distinction that you're saying that I'm judging, even though you judged me saying that I was insane. What I stated was my experience. I didn't say what I was experiencing was true for everybody, but I was using my experience, my own experience that was not in judgment, but just what I was experiencing false. Like I know that when people are spraying those perfumes, they're masking something, right? Any space that you go, especially when it's a gym. And did I judge the people that were going in? No, I felt the people going in. Those were my experiences. And I think it's so interesting that when someone expresses their experience, that it's assumed that their experience is a judgment instead of an experience that they experienced. Masculine energy demands feminine energy, is docile and calm. We're different. Black man, I don't, masculine and feminine energy should be balanced, in my opinion, and an assessment. And I'm not saying that one is right or wrong. We are all expressing differently. I just know that what I felt was not a judgment. It was my experience. I couldn't even go inside the door. I was assaulted before I even get the smells of the false perfume were telling me this is fake. If it tells you something different, it's fake. Black man, if you don't, I don't even know what the Red Pill podcast is, but I'm surprised, Black man, that you're still here. If you don't like what I'm saying, you could keep it moving. I'm just giving you, I think Tony Toe, Tony is saying working a lot in a gym makes you sick soon. Well, that is Tony. I am in agreement. I thought that going to the gym prior to these experiences could and would be a healthy experience. But what I felt was the antithesis of health. And even though I've grown up and I like to exercise, I exercise at home now. But, and I think exercise is important. I think being in nature is important. I think being balanced is important. But I think what most people don't understand is how toxic some of these spaces are that they go in, and they go into them within the idea of being healthy, and what they get is sick. I think Tony, you're right. And I saw that yesterday really clear. Mad Monk, I am not saying that the gyms are bad or that the people aren't humble. I'm saying my experience was different than what you're saying. And I do have a clue about what I'm talking about. But I think it's so interesting that you would judge me for having an experience that's different than yours. How come we can't have two different experiences? And why does your experience have to be better than mine? My experience is that I would question and use critical thinking of any facility that has perfumes blasting in the front of the door. These are toxic chemicals that disrupt your hormones. Why would a health space try to pump toxic perfumes that disrupt your hormones out the front door? Like, to me, that's an assault on the system, because I'm sensitive, and I could, and one of my superpowers is my nose and scent. I smell things. I can smell cancer. I can smell illness. I can smell incongruency. I smell things. People put off odors in their body. And what I will tell you, in both 2 different days, 2 different spaces, 2 different types of gyms, both the focus was on boxing and more exertion type of exercise, not just like life cycle type of thing, and not aerobics. And both spaces were very dark in energy and in actual light. There was no light in both spaces, very little, which didn't say anything about people not being humble or nice. I didn't say that people weren't humble or nice. So, Mad Monk, I hope that you reconsider how you're perceiving what I said, because you're hearing things that I didn't say, which is interesting. Because I'm not wearing a ring on my hand. I'm married. I don't wear jewelry. I don't wear jewelry unless I'm going out, and I'm at home. Tony, I'm laughing at because it's absurd. He's saying, Tony is saying, I'm laughing when you're talking about an assault. I'm saying, what I'm laughing at is not that I was assaulted. What I'm laughing at is the complexity of the insanity that most people, number one, don't talk about. Number two, don't speak about, because people will judge them for saying things like what I'm saying. And they might have a different experience and they won't accept it. And I think I think what's lacking is critical thinking and humor. I think it's important to be able to see clearly and to have some levity about, like, the magnitude of just how polarizing a space can be. And people don't even know they're being assaulted. I mean, most people that smell perfume and it smells nice, you think, oh, well, that smells nice, because it did have, it's had a pleasant smell, but it's not good for you. So that's the assaulting. It's like smoke and mirrors. I'm not single. Random review says, why are you single? I'm not single. PJ, I don't understand what you're saying. Just looking to see if there's any questions. Tony saying I talk like a nonstop radio. Okay, well, if you don't like the station, change the channel. Free to the Moon is saying, can you help me with an issue? I'm really struggling with discipline and daily motivation to make life better. I keep scrolling the internet. What do I do to get out of my life and get back into life? Well, that's a beautiful question. So thank you so much for being honest. I think the most important thing in life is to remember that you're here to learn. So remember that your purpose is to learn and evolve, and to use the situations that you're experiencing to expand in your consciousness, in your perceptions. And so to help with that, it's very important to be intentional. So what are you intending to do to get out into life? So if you want to get your life back, you have to get into life. That means, stop avoiding what it is that you're avoiding. Face what it is that you've been avoiding. Accept what you are seeing as real and true without judgment. And just continue to accept and make different choices based on what you're accepting. I hope that's helpful. Somebody is making a recommendation. Black man, you're still here. I thought you didn't like me. I don't know who those people are that you're recommending, and I don't really listen to a lot of podcasts. I will listen to some. Black man, you could keep it moving. You don't have to be here. I am a feminist. I believe in love, God, freedom, and sovereignty for all. And I offer those to you as well. So you keep moving, Black man. I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for being here. Tony, thanks for being here. See you later. Seems like a lot of people today are not really listening or trying to see how they are conditioned to think, and they're lacking. So I would say the biggest thing I'm seeing in the chat here is that you all are not using critical thinking in how you are experiencing Muthea is saying, why minds are changing. I mean, people are supporting villains rather than heroes in some movies. People are not using their critical thinking, so they get manipulated very easily. Okay, so I don't see any questions here. Just going to check and see. Gary, appreciate your thoughts. What about don't judge a book by its cover? Deep meaning. Gary shares 5. How about you have your own experience and it's real for you, Lots of chat, but I do not see any questions. So I'm going to offer this final thought on this topic about false conditions. When we believe what it is that we see, and we choose to go with that perception, we are missing our other senses. So we negate them. We negate how we sense, how we feel, how we experience. And what I'm offering to you is that false conditioning leads you in a direction that is misleading. So what you think might be healthy actually might be detrimental to your health and well-being. What you are seeing is based on your perceptions, based on your experience that has not yet been challenged. And so what I'd offer to you is to begin to use your critical thinking about feeling into situations that might not be what you think they are. And I know that sounds far out there, but I think it's Wyatt's vlog is saying situational awareness, and you're saying it perfect. It really is about situational awareness and about feeling into things instead of wanting things to be a particular way. Feel into what it is instead of what you want it to be. Like, we want to go to the gym because we want to be healthy, but maybe the gym isn't the direction that you need to go. How will you know when you feel inside and you realize, this isn't the right place for me? Anyways, I hope you all have a great day. I am Kiana Sage, and I guide people to peace. I hope you found this chat somewhat helpful, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.